Hello, my name is Dr. Abisola Santos. Welcome to brand new possibilities with God every day. Please subscribe to my channel, press the like button, and share with your friends. I endeavor to give you a short message every week and encouraging you in your walk with God. So come with me on this journey this year. It's a wonderful year ahead, and God has brand new possibilities for us all. Welcome. Welcome to another Monday. I think this is the third Monday in January, and brand new possibilities with God. Welcome. So in January, I spend a lot more time going and praying about the year. What do I want the year to look like? What are my plans for the year? And leading into January, I was praying about doors and praying that God opens doors for me. And just for clarity, let me define what a door is. And you might think, what's she talking about? I know what a door is, but let me define it. And they say a door is a hinged, sliding or revolving barrier at the entrance in a building, room, vehicle, or the framework of a cupboard. That's what they describe as a door. And I was praying about my doors and asking God to open my doors, and some things happened to me this past week, 2 weeks, that made me revisit the door, and that's what I want to share with you. So let's start here. Let me have you turn to 1 Corinthians. No, actually, let's start in Revelations. Let's say Revelations. We're going to look at Revelations 3, and we're going to look at verse 7. And they're talking about the angel of the Lord, and it says, "And the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, this thing says he who is holy, he who is true, he who has the key of David, he who opens and no one shuts, and he who shuts and no one opens, he who opens and no one shuts, he who shuts and no one opens." So I've been praying along with the pastor about open doors, and asking God to open doors for me. And then he reminded me again of what Paul said in 1 Corinthians 16:9. And Paul said, this is the TPT translation, "There's an amazing door of opportunities standing wide open for me to minister here, even though there are many who oppose it." Or as another translation says, "There's an open door of opportunity, but there are many resistances." And I used to think, oh God, open the door, I'll walk right through. Open the door, I'll walk right through. But what happened to me this past few weeks is that I failed to pray that God, let me recognize a door. Let me recognize a door. So my question to you is, if we are praying about 2022, about what do we want to see in 2022, last week I said, pray about your foundation. This week I'm saying, pray about open doors. But I'm also going to ask you to pray that when those doors open, you recognize them as doors. You don't want God to open a door wide and you say, well, Father, the door is too high, too short. It's not painted right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. I don't like this door. Because praying along with that pastor, he said, God will open the door. And he said, no one can shut it. But you can refuse to walk through the door. And I thought to myself, I can never refuse to walk through the door. But I didn't say, Father, help me to recognize the doors you're opening so that I may walk through it. The Bible has made it very simple. He will open those doors and no one can shut it. But ask, Father, let me recognize those doors, because you don't want to get to heaven and he tells you, I opened this door and that door and that door and that door, and you walk right past. So my admonition to you, as it is to me, in this month of January, where we're laying a solid foundation and praying about 2022, is to ask God to help you recognize those doors that he is opening wide for you, and help you recognize those doors that he has shut, so that you're not there trying to force them open. Because once you recognize those doors, you can boldly walk in, and you can pray about yourself being a resistance to you entering the great and effectual door he's left open for you. There's a lot to pray about, But the Bible is very simple and very clear. He will open those doors that no one can shut. But pray that He helps you recognize the doors He is opening for you. This message has been from Him, for you, and for His glory.